I think Mr. Fazrul, you're on mute.
Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Assalamualaikum and very good evening to all participants today, and especially to our speakers, our guest speakers for tonight. Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. Thank you. Nevin. Okay. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Again, for tonight, we organize one of the OGM event or platform. We call it podcast, career podcast for all. Okay, so I really appreciate to you all to invite your friends or families to join us for tonight. Okay, so banyak ilmu yang kita akan dapat, banyak banyak new input, okay, regarding the especially on the careers in oil and gas. Okay, so for your informations, these sessions is conducted via both language, Malay and English. Right, kita tak ada masalah. This is very relaxed punya session, sangat santai. Kita tak ada pressures. Kita boleh tanya apa. Okay. Sorry for the technical issue. Can you hear me now? Dah ada nama.
Dengar.
Dah
Yep,
ada nama
dengar.
partisipan kita Alif Tiga lah. Sensitive isu ni. Ke memang betul-betul ada Alif Tiga dalam ni? Okay, never mind. Alright. First of all, kita mulakan before we invite our speaker for tonight. Can we buat hall
Yeah,
lah?
sorry, I think I lost.
Boleh kita buat quiz kita hall ke ni? 159. Okay. Okay, never mind. Kita start mula dengan quiz before we go to sessions with our speakers tonight. Dan kita buat quiz dulu Okay. Tapi quiz untuk malam ni sangat berbeza. Quiz dalam bentuk objektif, soalan objektif. Dan quiz ni ada di platform Zoom sahaja. Okay, saya pun tak pernah buat. So, kita cubalah. Okay, ada 20 soalan yang perlu dijawab dalam masa 7 minit. Okay, 20 soalan dalam masa 7 minit. Pemenang tempat pertama, kedua dan ketiga, okay, akan menang untuk malam ni. Kami akan pilih pemenang pertama, kedua dan ketiga. Jawapan memang dah ada. Maksud dia jawapan kami dah ada. So, malam ni juga kita dapatkan pemenang. Okay, boleh Tak ada masalah Ready Okay.
Ready.
Jom, let's go. Admin, mulakan. Okay, weekly podcast Quizlet. Which one is not oil and gas disaster? A. Bhopal. B. Typhoon Nina. C. Piper Alpha and D. Deepwater Horizon. Okay, you boleh apa? Tekan next. Okay, kalau dah jawab, tekan next. Okay. Natural gas. Soalan number 2. Natural gas, biggest compositions. Methane, ethane, propane or butane. Jawab kat screen Jawab kat screen. Okay, tekan. Tap kat screen. Jangan bagi tahu jawapan anda, Ellie. Okay, natural gas. Okay. Okay, next. Weekly podcast Quizlets. Number 3. Crude or petroleum product measured by liter, gallon, barrel or tank. Okay, kita soalan cepat. Kita ada 20 soalan sahaja. Jawab macam yang admin bagi tahu. Jawab kat chat tak counted. Okay, jawapan kat chat kita tak kira. Okay, hanya di screen anda sahaja. Okay, number 4. Which one is not member of Organizations of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC? Kita nampak dah kita punya speaker pun jawab. Muka dah berterut. Tadi nombor 1, 2 dah macam okey. Okay. So apa? Mana guys? Mana? Tekan. Okay. Which state do not have refinery to process crude oil in Malaysia? Kat mana refinery yang tak ada di Malaysia? Sungai Udang, Ketih, Port Dickson, Sepitang. Okay. The difference between sweet fruit and sour fruit. Admin, awak tak nampak kan saya punya, kamu tak nampak kan apa yang saya jawab? Tak kan? Okay. The people who is responsible to explore locations of oil and gas. Drilling engineer, geologist, process engineer, petroleum specialist. Okay. Saya pun tak faham apa yang berlaku sekarang ni. Tak nampak ke? Ada soalan kan? Ada soalan kan kat screen anda? Ada kan? Nampak tak? Tengah jawab quiz kat screen. Soalan akan pop up. Betul. Soalan akan pop up. Masuk lambat lah tu. Oh, siapa yang masuk lambat tak boleh Oh, okey. Kena denda. Macam mana nak tahu total result? Okey. Lepas jawab semua baru kita jawab. Soalan nombor 8. Job position who do not available in offshore platform. Okey. Kita cepat lagi. Which sector of oil and gas processing crude oil? Upstream, downstream, midstream or live stream? Okay, the heaviest petroleum product. Okay, which one is not crude oil from Malaysia? Tapis, Dulang, Semarang, OKK. The biggest gas reserve in Malaysia. Which one is not oil and gas company? Which certificate did not required to work in oil and gas industry? Okay, apakah itu Ron? Makin susah ya soalan Siapa yang buat soalan ni? In what phase petroleum product can be found? 1 barrel of oil equal to what liter? Which academy institute is not related to oil and gas? Which position is not related to mechanical engineering? Which petrol station never exists in Malaysia? Saya dah jawab semua. Anda bila lagi? Cepat guys, kita ada 2 minit lagi. 2 minit. Kurang daripada 2 minit. Admin boleh bagi tahu saya berapa minit lagi tinggal? Pemenang dapat alif 3. Jangan soal sensitif lah. Okey, boleh soalan nampak tak pop up? Semua dah jawab ke? Kalau dah, say hey.
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 Laju-laju soalan jawab.
Hey.
Kira senang lah soalan. Okey, hoi. Okey, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, okay. So, kita umumkan pemenang dia untuk malam ni. Siapa yang jawab betul dan tepat lah. Admin boleh bagi tahu saya. Saya tak tahu ni macam mana nak tahu jawapan. Awak je tahu. Tak habis jawab. Pada muka. Mimi Bahar menang. Dah tahu dah Mimi Bahar menang. Tak habis jawab. Hai. Okey, tolong tolong admin bagi tahu siapa pemenang. Itulah sebab macam pernah nampak projek. Aha. Bila pernah nampak tu? Betul ke? Okey. Okey, ini adalah jawapan kepada semua. Of course saya semua betul. Boleh nampak ke kat skrin anda dia ada pop up?
Boleh.
Boleh nampak Okey, so siapa tu nama admin boleh announce tak siapa pemenang? Admin pun terkapai-kapai lagi sebab ini adalah kali pertama kita gunakan Zoom punya features untuk buat organize quiz dalam podcast kita. Okey, ada tak? Sebab kita kalau tak bersedia lagi tak apa, kita pergi ke kita punya speaker untuk malam ni. Okey, without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Navin, our guest speaker for tonight. Hello, Mr. Navin. Good evening to you.
Hi, Mr. Fazrul. Good evening.
Thank you for your acceptance in our podcast for tonight. Sangat-sangat kami di OGM sangat-sangat hargai your commitments. We know all the busy out there, your busy schedule out there, so you ada masa juga untuk kami malam ni. Alright. Tapi itulah Navin, kita before we begin, I would like to ask your introductory, your a bit personal background, especially on your career journeys. Can you share to us your career journeys, please?
Okay. First of all, thanks, Mr. Fazrul and your team, for organizing this event lah. Actually, it's a very exciting event. Actually, first time juga saya join podcast in your organization ni lah through LinkedIn. So, just basic about myself. I've been in oil and gas for almost 9 years plus. I started off in 2014. And kebetulan masa tu, as I entered oil and gas, oil price tu jatuh time tu, 2014.
Exactly.
So 2014 onwards, it wasn't a good year lah for oil and gas for the past few years after that. So I started off in engineering, which is designing. So I was doing piping design for onshore refineries lah. Okay, and then I moved up to that was downstream. And then after 4 years, I joined another company which did offshore hookup and commissioning. So later I'll explain in detail about this hookup and commissioning. And then, so up to today, I'm still doing hookup and commissioning for offshore facilities.
Okay, Mr. Devin, thank you for your introductory. Okay, first of question, sebab malam ni our intention is not to have a conversations which between you and me, but we want to have a conversation between you and our audience, our participants. Yes. All right. We want to help them as much as possible, but you must settle my questions first. My question to you. Okay, just now you mentioned about 2014's very bad periods for oil and gas industry due to oil price crisis. I'm agree with you, but you survived. 2014 you were graduated on that time. But still, you managed to enter yourself in oil and gas industry. Can you share to us about the tips or your secret tips how to enter the oil and gas industry in the difficult time?
Okay. So my most important tip is with knowledge, you can survive anywhere actually. Okay. So masa 2014 tu, after I graduated, it was also difficult to find jobs in other industries, even manufacturing and also other engineering. So as I did mechanical engineering, I wanted to find more information in oil and gas. So time to, there was a conference called OTC Asia. Okay, so I think you guys can Google it up. This conference is actually done at every locations around the world. So in 2014, this conference ni dia buat dekat Kuala Lumpur, KLCC. Okay, So as a student, you will get some concession lah, like free passes to join the conference. So dalam conference ni, dia akan ada banyak how to say, oil and gas giants, small SMEs companies, and many conferences and sharing of knowledge about oil and gas. So I joined the conference. So through that conference, I met many people. So bila you bincang, you discuss with new people, new industries, you will get some kind of idea. So rather than just masuk kosong in industry, you actually have some background knowledge dulu lah. So the most important thing is do your research, nombor satu, and then gain your knowledge. Sebab with knowledge, you will always have the upper hand lah in anything you do. Okay, so that's my number one tip lah.
Okay, Nevin, do you remember what the name of the conference you joined during that time, 2014? Oga, because we got a lot, right? In for the oil and gas conference.
It is OTC Asia, Offshore Technological Conference.
OTC, right,
Yeah.
right. OTC, OTC. That's the thing, because nowadays people zaman sekarang ni, masalah dia adalah kita selalu mengharapkan internet. Okay, apa-apa sahaja PC, komputer, semua. Okay, we do have a LinkedIn. Why we need to join conference? Why we need to face-to-face punya interactions, kan? They said to me that one is wasted. Sebab itu hanyalah propa, dia cakap. Propa je tu nak KPI company untuk join conference. Itu je just nak fulfill. Nah, tapi dia orang tak nak ambil pun. Dia tak ambil pun. Drop resume tapi dia orang tak nak ambil pun. So buat apa kita nak buang masa? Itu adanya statement daripada kita punya followers berkenaan macam tu. They didn't believe about these physical interactions. Sebab dia percaya yang mana sekarang ni zaman IT, zaman LinkedIn ada. Okay, kita email ada. Tak ada masalah. Kalau nak interview pun kadang-kadang semua online sahaja. Tak ada masalah. So, diorang tak nak, the intentions is, diorang tak nak buang masa pergi ke conference tu. So, macam mana you nak betulkan mindset ni? Macam mana? Macam tu lah.
Okay, so student nowadays, you must understand. Sekarang ni, you guys tengah cari kerja in oil and gas. Which is, you have to be physically present dekat worksite. Okay. If students thinking that semua ni boleh buat online, there will be a time in the future bila offshore facilities ni will be remotely handled by robots. Okay, time tu you boleh argue, okay, I can do this remotely. Tapi now, in the industry, we still need a lot of hands-on skills. So workers who have to be in person at offshore, at onshore, at oil refineries, at all oil and gas facilities. So in order to be physically present, you need to build trust with your employers. So macam mana build trust dengan future employers ni? You have to meet people. You meet people, talk to people, share knowledge. You talk to them. Bila you berbincang dengan satu employer atau a technical person ni, you will have a different mindset. Contoh, 10% of students in Malaysia join OTC. This 10% will have one step forward compared to the remaining 90%. Sebab you dah ada knowledge yang orang lain tak ada. So that is what I'm trying to emphasize lah, the young students, new joiners ni. You need to gain knowledge, talk to more people. If this will even help to gain your connections. So connections means jangan ingat connection ni macam kabel. Oh, dia ada kabel so dia masuk company ni. Dia bukan macam tu. Actually, in a real life industry, these connections are very important to gain trust. Sebab oil and gas industry ni selalunya is a high value industry. Every project is in millions or even billions. So how to place a person with trust in the position? You have to gain their trust through engagement.
Exactly.
So that's my point.
Thank you, Nevin. Okay, the last 2 days ada satu news, Nevin. Ada satu news yang mana almost 30,000 graduates, right, tak ada kerja after 6 months graduations day. Maksud dia memang tempohnya sangat panjang, tunggu berbulan-bulan untuk nak dapatkan kerja, sampai jangan kata 6 bulan, ada juga yang bertahun-tahun, 1 tahun 2 tahun sampai dia give up dah, aku nak jadi rider, aku nak jadi benda yang memang boleh buat duit. Short term punya solution. Yes, can. Boleh tak ada advice ataupun tips macam mana kalau kita nak avoid dalam kumpulan yang itu? Kita kena faham peluang pekerjaan adalah satu benda yang kita tak boleh nak control. That one is uncontrollable, right? Satu benda yang kita tak nak control, itu adalah kerja memang kat luar. Itu kita tak boleh nak adakan peluang. Tapi nak merebut peluang tu adalah kerja kita. It's our job to grab the opportunities. Boleh tak bagi tips supaya kami tak tergolong dalam dua-duaan yang menganggur tu?
Okay. First of all, since topik kita hari ni is to join oil and gas.
That's right, exactly.
So, the first thing I would emphasize, you remove your mindset that kalau nak masuk oil and gas tu, jangan terus fokus pada the big companies, Petronas, Shell, Exxon. You don't have to focus on there. If your results is perfect, wonderful, of course you'll get a job, provided you're able to, you're outspoken, able to perform in the interview lah. Tapi even I'm an average student, I'm not the best student lah. I'm average student.
Saya pun sama. Saya pun bukan best student juga. Okay.
Yeah, so saya pun dalam almost 5 to 6 months to apply kerja, but I never stop. So bila saya cari newspaper, that's when I came across this OTC lah. So that's how I landed my first job. So I would like to emphasize is, jangan fikir you have to join an oil and gas company to be in oil and gas. You don't think like that. You can join any company. For example, you can join a manufacturing company. You learn something about electrical systems. These electrical systems will help you in oil and gas later. So let's say few years you learn in this company, bring the knowledge to another company. If you have the experience, you can join anywhere. That is number one. Okay. Number two, you don't give up. Jangan stop. If let's say you want to land a job in oil and gas, kalau tak berputus asa, you will end up in oil and gas. The mindset is very important. Okay. At the same time, you have to develop yourself. So how do you shine above from the crowd? You need to have something special. Special tu macam mana? Your knowledge. Knowledge apa yang tak ada? Certification. So you carilah course yang related to what you want to do. So you ambil course tu. And then you'll stand out lah from the crowd.
Okay, Nevin, thank you for the tips. Okay, you started your career as piping engineer at IFP Engineering. Then after 4 years, almost 5 years, you jumped to Sapura Energy as a project engineer. Few positions in Sapura, project engineer, construction engineer, and senior project engineer. Then after almost 5 years, then you move to MMSC as an operation team leader. One question for me.
Yes.
Why jump?
Okay.
Why need to jump? Why you what is your motivations to jump? Can you share to us?
Okay. So when I started my career, I always wanted to be at offshore one day. I wanted to see what is at offshore, do a project at offshore. Tapi masa saya join company tu, dia tak buat kerja offshore. Dia just buat engineering for onshore refineries. Okay. So my motivation is after spending time there, learning something, you will have your learning curve tu, you akan sampai satu tahap, dia akan stagnant. Ataupun you rasa there is no space to grow in the company. So that is when you will cari company baru or new places to explore. Okay. Tapi you nak cari tu berasaskan apa? Berasaskan knowledge yang you ada the previous 4 years. So you have to have a strong knowledge. Don't waste that first 4 or 5 years of your career. That is very important. Sebab that first 5 years, I tell you, that is the most important stepping stone for the next 30 or 40 years in your career.
Alright. Thank you. Can you agree when you jump to another company, your salary
Okay.
increment is a lot much better to compare to stay
Yes,
in the government?
definitely much better.
Much better. Alright.
So if it's the same salary, I wouldn't have jumped in the first place.
Okay, alright. We want to open a questions and answer. We do have a question and answer sessions here. Apa yang kita buat dalam podcast ini, apa yang OGM buat selama ini adalah untuk nak tolong kumpulan-kumpulan ataupun adik-adik kita yang memang tengah berusaha untuk cari idea, cari peluang ataupun sambar peluang. Okay, this is what we do. Okay, for the last few months for OGM. For me, for the last 3 years, I dah buat benda ni. I keep educated people since 2020. Alright, so please gunakan peluang ni untuk tolong. Awak tak akan ada kat sini kalau awak tak ada masalah dalam mencari kerja, kalau awak tak ada masalah dalam apa hala tuju yang kita nak pergi. So tolong boleh angkat tangan dan tanya sahaja. Jawapan soalan keras macam mana pun tak ada masalah. Walaupun soalan tu rasa macam soalan bodoh pun jangan malu, kita just share sahaja. Alright. Okey, soalan pertama daripada Khalid Bahar tadi. Hello Khalid Bahar, boleh unmute lepas tu tanyakan soalan.
Tak ada angkat tangan, tak ada.
Okey, baik, minta maaf. Tu salah tengok. Okey, Puvin Verns. Unmute dan ask questions.
Hi sir. So I'm a fresh graduate as a mechanical engineer. So currently I'm looking for any job related to oil and gas sector. So for a fresh graduate, what do you advise to take any certification or program related which can allocate a job in oil and gas sector?
Okay. For you are not in a job yet, right? You're still finding for a job, is it?
Yeah, finding for a job.
Okay. You don't straight away take a certification. So you join a company first, join an organization. You land a job first. So how do you land a job? You have to keep on searching for jobs online or even in newspapers, but newspapers have reduced lately. Most of the jobs are online. So LinkedIn, and if you follow Mr. Fazrul, he always shares websites that have job openings. So go through all that, keep trying. Okay. And then another thing is you can directly go to the website of the company that you're interested to join. Then you can call the HR or send them an email, drop in your CV. Join all these conferences, road shows, job fairs. You just never stop. Just keep trying and trying until you land a job. And then you learn something there. From there, you see how can you use that knowledge to gain into oil and gas.
Okay, Puvindan. Right.
Yes.
From Tazihan kata kalau pointer 3.0 atau ke bawah boleh apply oil and gas ke? Navin, based on your experience and opinion.
Kenapa tak boleh? Saya pun 3-pointer juga. Tak sampai 4 pun. Tak sampai 3.5 pun.
Sama-sama kita. Okay, sebenarnya okay. Saya nak buat announcement kat sini. Even company besar pun dia dah lowered dia punya pointer. Bukan nak bagi harapan tapi ini adalah benar. Saya pun baru tahu. Pengerang refining company P Refcam kat Pengerang Johor, dekat je dengan Danvin kerja. Tak ada dekat sangat tapi satu kawasan lah. Dia punya pointer minimum 2.7. Betapa dia desperate nak cari orang. Okay, so 2.7, so tak ada masalah. Okay. So kita beralih kepada Nurul Atikah. Okay, kita nak jawab cepat-cepat sebab kita nak jawab sebanyak mungkin soalan. Macam itulah. Okay, Atikah, unmute.
Hello, hi, Nevin. I've got a question for you.
Yeah,
Uh,
Tika.
What do you think about having a woman in oil and gas industry, especially on the platform itself? Because I think I'm having a difficulty to land a job, like especially going offshore because I'm a girl. So what's your opinion on that things?
Okay, Atika, thanks for the question. Are you a fresh grad or you're already experienced?
I do have a working experience, not really a fresh, but boleh lah macam tu.
Where were you working before this?
I'm currently working outside of Malaysia at the moment. So I'm trying to land a job in Malaysia, but I'm having a hard time because most of them was like, oh, actually we prefer a man, like to kind of like have this position. We're not looking for a woman, etc., etc. So it's kind of hard to land a job in this field actually.
Okay, so you're actually in oil and gas overseas, is it?
Kind of like not really oil and gas because it's boleh lah katakan oil and gas like dialogue outside of Malaysia macam tu. But
Okay.
currently that country not having oil and gas because they more to sustainability. So we like do more like geothermal and stuff, energy stuff.
Okay, actually, I don't see a problem of a woman getting to oil and gas. Even in Malaysia, even all the organizations which I've worked in before, there were a lot of women actually. Even going to offshore, we had many vendors, even my teammates who were ladies. Yeah, you can even check them up in LinkedIn as well, from Sapura, from MMHE, from various companies. So I don't see a problem in that. But you see, you have to understand. Do you want to land an offshore job or just in oil and gas?
Offshore job specific.
Offshore job.
Yeah.
I think there are so many opportunities. I don't think it's a stopping point for you, because you have experience in thermal energy, if I'm not mistaken. Thermal, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to understand. Previously, back in the days, you'll always see petroleum companies. Okay, oil and gas companies. So nowadays, companies are actually changing their idea, their scope of business. They're changing their name to energy providers.
Right.
So they need people who actually have experience in sustainability, like what you're doing now.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, somebody said something.
No, Atika, what is your biggest motivations to come back to Malaysia? Because currently she's staying in Australia and
New Zealand,
right?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Okay, New Zealand.
Yeah.
What is your biggest motivation? Because people nowadays want to stay outside of Malaysia, blah blah blah. Kan? You?
Because like my dream since like orang kata like since sekolah is to be on the platform itself. And then I figured out that New Zealand is more to sustainability, so we don't really have that oil rig, etc.
Your biggest motivation is to catch your dreams, right?
Yeah.
I really support that ones. Good to know about the tips from Nevin. Memang tak ada masalah, tapi I will try to help you, or GM will try to help you. Boleh tak you share you punya resume kepada admin kami?
Alright, will do.
Alright, okay. Next, Vignesh. Vignesh, boleh unmute?
Hi, good evening. I would like hi Mr. Navin. I would like to inquire over here. I have been working with I have been an EPC project engineer for the past 6 years, almost reaching 7 years.
Okay.
So I'm trying to actually venture into oil and gas. My main reason is because to develop my technical knowledge and all. So what is the best step actually to go about this? What would your advice be regarding this?
So you have 6 years in EPC.
Yes.
What were you doing in EPC? What kind of
EPC
scope?
basically for one is for power small power plants
Okay.
comprising boilers, turbines and all,
Hmm.
as well as refineries and palm oil mills.
You can easily enter oil and gas with this experience actually. You just keep applying because you have knowledge in mechanical equipments.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so this knowledge is actually very crucial for oil and gas,
Right.
especially for offshore, because we have many mechanical equipments at offshore as well, and also onshore. So it's the same actually. It's not something different.
Nevin,
Okay, but
let me test him. Vignesh, can you name 5 EPC company in oil and gas? 5 EPC company
five
in oil and gas.
EPC company in oil and gas.
Okay, number 1.
Toyo Engineering, Sapura Engineering,
Okay.
Dialog Group Berhad,
Okay.
and then two others. No, I'm not so familiar.
That's the thing. You must do
Mm.
research. Okay, kita ada banyak Samsung Engineering ada, kita ada Petrofac ada, kita ada banyak, kita ada
yes.
banyak, sangat banyak untuk EPC. And the good news is mechanicals almost available at all those companies. Betul kan? Nevin kan, untuk mechanical punya disiplin. Right?
Yes.
So
So you kena ingat, it's not that kalau nak masuk oil and gas, you kena ada experience oil and gas. You kena ada knowledge in engineering or specific equipment. So you can join oil and gas. Oil and gas is just an industry saja.
Nevin, the biggest problem now, people nowadays, dia ada knowledge. Okay, tapi dia tak tahu macam mana dia nak pergi. Okay, sebab kalau dia tahu dia macam mana dia nak pergi ke oil and gas, senang, sebenarnya senang. Okay, tadi I test dia sebab dia tahu just 3. Bukan I nak malukan kita, just this is open punya conversations. I'm sorry Vignesh, but I think this is must be done. Kita kena tahu. Alright? Betul, Nevin cakap knowledge tu sangat ada, tapi I'm sure you memang sangat ada sangat banyak knowledge you, cuma you tak tahu macam mana, kan? Kalau you nak,
Yes, correct.
you betul bersungguh, if you very very interested in oil and gas, you can name easily 10 EPC company in oil and gas. Relax, senang, simple saja. Okay, yang paling penting you kena tahu, do your research, macam Nevin cakap, pergi conference, networking, kan, gain their trust, something like that. Okay, Vignesh?
Okay.
Alright, Din. Okay, Din, unmute, lepas tu jawab soalan.
Hello.
Hello.
So saya ni fresh graduate. A few weeks saya baru habis internship. Saya fresh background in instrumentation and plant control. So the question is, saya memang ada try apply untuk a few jobs lah. Kan sekarang ni banyak vacancy untuk instrumen kan. So saya nak minta advice lah. Kan contoh kan kita apply banyak kan. So in case saya kan memang baru fresh graduate. So apa yang datang dulu kita ambil ke? Macam tu ke?
Nevin, your answer please.
Just opinion.
Alright. It depends on apa yang you nak ambil. Contoh apa yang datang tu macam mana? Is it related to engineering ke atau totally bukan engineering? What do you mean by apa yang datang?
Din, contoh dia macam procurement. Contoh tiba-tiba you dapat position kat oil and gas, tapi procurement executive, bukannya mechanical engineer ke, instrument engineer ke, tiba-tiba datang. Tu ke maksud you?
Bukan, kiranya macam memang ada spesifik untuk job tu. So in case kalau macam contohlah kan, kita apply 5 kan. Contoh kita tak tahu rezeki kita macam yang mana yang dapat dulu tu kita ambil ke? Tu yang maksud saya.
Okay. What if kalau yalah offer come first, then kita should we grab the opportunity?
So macam first offer tu macam kiranya company yang kita macam tak target lah, itu macam tu lah. and then the second tiba-tiba dia offer. Maksudnya macam should kita pergi yang lebih better ataupun kita stick dengan yang ada yang first tu.
Okay. So maksudnya banyak offer dalam tangan lah, susah nak choose lah.
Contoh lah untuk opinion lah.
Okay.
Ah.
Understand. So actually like contoh lah my case lah, my story ni, I had better offers. Tapi I joined this first company ni is a very small SME. Dia just rumah kedai je, office dia 2 tingkat. But what they were doing is they were doing small piping modification for Shell punya terminal all around Malaysia, Sabah Sarawak. So you see the knowledge, the difference is knowledge dia lain tau. You must know what you gain from small company and from big company. If you say better means I assume you say bigger company lah yang better kan. So okay. So yang small company ni, I just give you a comparison for you to choose. Small company ni, you akan buat semua benda tau, from A to Z.
Okay.
Contoh you design pipe, you pergi site visit, you physically measure, you bagi your drafter design. Atau instrumentation, you pergi jumpa vendor, purchase, tengok data sheet, macam mana install, maybe develop data sheet, contoh lah. Tapi kalau bigger company, you mungkin gaji lagi besar, tapi you tak buat semua. Maybe you buat data sheet saja.
Ya, betul.
You cari vendor, buat data sheet saja. So 5 tahun lah buat data sheet. Tapi gaji besar. Lepas 5 tahun, gaji lagi banyak daripada yang first company ni. Tapi lepas 5 tahun, bila you dah saturated, you dah boring, bila you nak keluar, apa knowledge yang you belajar daripada company besar tu? You see my comparison lah?
Yes. I get.
So these are one of the things you kena weigh in lah masa you select yang mana better. Of course.
So just try apply je lah.
Yes, apply.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
sometimes job markets are very difficult, very tricky. Sometimes apa yang you nak mungkin tak dapat. Tapi apa yang you dapat tu, you make use of it. You develop yourself.
Okay.
Dapat
Dapat. Thank you.
Alright, we move to next.
Okay then.
James.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Naveen.
Hi James, evening.
Hi, Naveen. Mr. Naveen, I'm kind of glanced through your profile, LinkedIn profile lah. So I'm actually quite impressed because you already have 9 years in the oil and gas industry. So you choose to further your studies in MBA after the engineering course.
Yes.
So may I know why or what's your thought why you want to further your studies in MBA instead of taking professional title like IR? Is there any,
All right. To answer that question, you have to understand why you want IR, why you want MBA. Okay. So I wanted a role more to management. Okay. If you're doing a job as a consultant, then it's advisable to get IR. So you're a specialist lah. You endorse drawings. You have the technical knowledge as a professional engineer. Okay. But then after 4 years of engineering, I left engineering. I went into construction. So I'm a contractor now. So in contractor, I wanted to do project management. So that's when I pursued MBA. So with MBA, I progressed in my career actually to become a senior project engineer, which is the second next to the project manager. So that's when you develop your skills more to managing a team, managing a project.
Instead of MBA, why not PMP?
Okay, I actually just set for my PMP course. So I'm studying for my exam. So hopefully by next year, if I can take the exam lah, hopefully. PMP is actually one of the targets lah.
I saw your master. You doing master in UCSI, funded by Star blah blah blah. I don't remember.
Yes.
That one is that one your apply is that your based on your application or what? Or
yes, It was advertised in the newspaper
Wow.
during 2015-16 that year lah.
Ah.
So it was a full-time course actually. So sambil bekerja, saya buat full-time.
Wow. Okay, good
Yeah.
to know. Alright. Next daripada Aiman Wahid.
Hello, boleh dengar?
Boleh.
Ya, boleh.
Saya ada satu soalan berkenaan dengan pathway lah. So basically saya merupakan seorang pelajar and graduan daripada fizik, fresh graduates from physics, which is one of the stems lah. So saya percaya ramai juga daripada kita and daripada fresh graduates yang daripada STEM background, especially berminat untuk masuk dalam oil and gas industry. So persoalan saya, macam mana kami sebagai STEM background ataupun saya which is physics background untuk masuk dalam oil and gas industry ni? Apakah jalan yang paling terbaik lah untuk permulaan karier kami? Itu saja daripada saya.
Okay. So Aiman's question is he has physics background, So actually physics ni, there are many research centers for oil and gas. If you know, there is one Petronas Research Center in Bangi. Not many people know of lah. So kalau you search online itu, you can jumpa. So these kind of places, they facilitate research. So maybe you can try that kind of route lah to pursue physics in oil and gas.
Boleh.
So basically untuk kami which is science background, kalau nak masuk offshore ni lebih kepada research background lah.
So actually it depends on kerja first tu dekat mana. You nak buat dekat mana actually. Company apa yang you join. So knowledge apa yang you gain daripada company tu. Contoh kalau research, kalau you buat research contoh lah. So research ni dia akan research pasal mungkin facilities atau geology, that kind of stuff lah. Ataupun physics, maybe you can also research on marine vessels, also related to oil and gas. So ada banyak actually. So you kena tahu which part yang you nak buat ataupun which job yang you land in the first phase tu nanti. So from there you akan slowly develop. Sebab memang kita tak boleh decide in 10 years time ni kita nak betul-betul buat apa. That one is very difficult to decide. Sometimes kita pun tak tahu. Once kita join, kita develop our skills and then path tu dia akan bawa kita lah. Tapi the key is you kena consistent. You percaya to yourself, consistent. Jangan give up. Itu je.
Okay, Aiman?
Alright, thank you.
Alright.
Okay.
Jared, we move to Jared.
Hello. I have experience as site engineer and currently I'm working as architect coordinator and I want to pursue my career in oil and gas, specifically working in offshore. And I don't know how can I apply for working in offshore. Do you have any advice?
Jared, you're in asset management, is it?
Sorry, my background is construction management.
Construction management. So what kind of construction? Is it M&E?
More to building, more to
Building.
constructing.
Okay. So construction management, are you a project management kind of thing or you are specified in any discipline?
Yes, more in project management.
Project management doesn't matter. You can join easily, you can join oil and gas. So you just need to join a company in oil and gas. Like I said just now lah. No matter, regardless of the background, if you have the knowledge, if you have the desire to learn, you can join oil and gas.
Is for offshore and onshore, is it?
Yes, doesn't matter. Even for offshore, you can join onshore first. From there, you can go to offshore. Many of even my colleagues and people which I help to hire, they are from non-oil and gas backgrounds. Most of them from third-party vendors, suppliers, subject matter experts, equipment experts. They don't have any project background, they can still join oil and gas. So it doesn't matter. It's just the knowledge and your attitude, your desire to learn.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Alright.
good.
Abum, next Abum.
Hi, Mr. Naveen. So in regard to job hopping, how do we deal with companies inside the job offer agreement that says that if we were to leave the company, we cannot join their competitors? Contoh, if you
So
join Yokogawa and then Yokogawa says if you leave Yokogawa, you cannot join our competitors like Honeywell and all the other companies. Yeah, so that makes job hopping very difficult with such an agreement. How do we do that?
because so far I've never came across these sort of agreements lah. But even if a company puts on a clause for you, I don't think it actually matters because there are so many companies out there who can offer you jobs if you have the correct expertise. So I don't think it's an issue at all.
My experience, Abum, now, yes, I do have that clause. So when I joined Johnson Matthey, I cannot join directly to our competitor like Honeywell, Topsoe, Exxons. That's the thing. But nak tak nak you kena accept juga sebab kalau you tak accept then you tak boleh, you tak dapat lah offer kerja tu. Tapi in my case dia minta 1 tahun. Dia bukannya tak boleh langsung, tapi 1 tahun cooling period. Maksudnya after you resign 1 tahun tu you tak boleh kerja dengan competitor, direct competitor. But you can work as a client or other business of oil and gas. Okay, Abum?
Oh, tapi susah lah nak cari next company sebab nak tunggu 1 year cooling period tu, especially nak gunakan relevant skill kan, diorang cari
Betul,
mesti,
exactly. That's their tricks untuk tak nak. Sebab I very understood why dia kena letak clause ni. Sebab the information is very important to them. Sangat what we see crucial supaya data tu tak leak. Lagi-lagi in terms of pricing. Macam itulah. Okay, Abum?
Alright, terima kasih.
Alright. Nurul Nadia, boleh unmute?
Okay, saya nak tanya. Saya fresh graduate chemical engineering. Lepas tu saya intern dekat Petrofet dalam department supply chain lah. Lepas tu saya ada knowledge dari segi supply chain dengan procurement. Tapi saya minat, my dream nak jadi process engineer dekat refining complex. Okay, lepas tu sekarang ni bila saya minta kerja, offer yang saya dapat dengan recruiter yang approach kat saya ni, semua saya perasan dia background project management, supply chain, procurement ataupun steel engineer. Saya rasa benda ni jadi sebab saya punya resume tu, yelah sebab saya intern kat supply chain punya department kan. Jadi mungkin skill yang saya ada tu tak menunjukkan yang saya boleh jadi process engineer yang skill saya tu tak menepati lah untuk process engineer punya position. Okay, soalan saya, macam mana saya nak navigate balik saya punya career growth ni kepada dream saya, process engineer. Nak lari daripada management punya proses lah.
So you studied chemical ke?
Chemical engineering.
Chemical engineering. Okay, so kenapa Nadia join this one procurement, sebab dapat kerja time tu
Sebab masa tu saya semester 6, jadi saya tak ada, masa tu saya still student. Lepas tu saya tak betul-betul lagi tahu passion saya tu saya nak apa. Macam yelah bila kita dah grow tu baru kita tahu sebenarnya kita minat apa. Lepas tu masa semester 6 tu saya dapat offer Petrofet, dia kata you boleh intern dekat supply chain punya department, dekat kemampuan supply base. Lepas tu you okay tak? Tapi dia kata ada jugalah chemical engineering, macam you akan buat inspection untuk heat exchanger, untuk pump, untuk valve, tapi kebanyakannya more kepada management lah untuk nak supply barang di offshore kan. Lepas tu saya fikir masa tu itu je macam peluang yang ada. Lepas tu saya macam okey lah saya terima. Tapi tanpa saya sedar benda ni bagi impact dekat saya punya resume sebab yelah kita mestilah tulis dekat resume tu benda yang betul-betul kita ada skill dan kita ada knowledge kan. Jadi intern saya tu banyak kepada bila saya tengok dia kepada procurement, supply chain and management, project management. Jadi bila sekarang ni bila saya minta kerja memang saya nampak recruiter yang approach saya ialah orang-orang yang memang background management. Jadi dari segi proses tu tak ada lagi, saya tak dapat lagi peluang tu.
Okay. Actually, in your case, memang tak ada masalah. Because eventually, like now sekarang ni Nadia nak masuk balik process, right? Process engineering. So, you nak masuk back to engineering, betul?
Yes.
Okay. So, you see, you already learn one part of EPCIC punya scope, which is procurement.
Yes.
Itu dah ada. So now you want to learn the E.
Yeah.
Okay. For your case, you will probably start back from scratch for engineering. Okay. You will start back from scratch because sebelum ni tak ada experience in engineering. Betul?
Ada experience tapi dari segi macam dekat universiti je lah. Macam saya buat project and then macam tu lah. Tapi untuk kerja tak ada lagi.
Correct. Okay. Let me ask you, do you know what is PNID?
Yes.
You know, okay. Do you know how to develop a PNID? Do you know how to do, you know?
Yes. Saya buat sebab masa final year saya buat design project and then memang kena buat semua benda tu.
Okay. So this will be the parts or the things you'll be doing lah as a process engineer nanti. So now your challenge is to get back into engineering.
Yes.
Tapi procurement tu yang you belajar for how many months? 3 months, 8 months.
2 months.
Okay. Yang you belajar tu, you don't think it as a waste tau. Dia eventually, let's say you end up being a project manager one day, this knowledge is actually essential for being project manager. Okay. But now coming back to your question, macam mana nak go back into engineering? In Petrofac, do you have good connections with your peers or because the best way is bila you dah masuk organisation, you kena actually build your network tau dalam tu. That is your key tool.
Itulah saya ada good connection tapi macam orang kata lah because sebab you sekarang ni experience you untuk operation, untuk technical knowledge-nya you just macam you ada project dekat universiti je. Lepas tu bila you intern dekat supply chain punya department, you maksudnya diorang kata ada better candidates yang memang ada experience dah macam pergi dekat refinance complex, memang tengok technical issue, troubleshooting the problem. Dia kata macam you kena find that knowledge first ataupun kalau awak tak ada knowledge tu awak kena cari certificate lah yang menunjukkan awak ada that kind of skill seperti tu lah.
I think this case you need to find somebody who actually hires fresh grad lah because you need to start from scratch kalau nak buat balik engineering. So in your interview nanti you kena prove to them why you did procurement and how this procurement will be an added advantage for your future. So that is the only way. Maybe your recruiter dekat situ dia tak nampak your potential. Itu je.
Sebab yelah after resume kan first tu after that kan work experience. Lepas tu yang project tu dekat second page and then saya nampak dia just nampak dekat work experience tu intern at supply chain department and then dia nampak apa yang saya buat tu more kepada management punya things.
Yes, sorry to say, but maybe it's just diorang buat kerja senang je, itu je. That's the story now. So, but don't give up. Don't give up. There are many people who wants fresh graduate. You don't need. Contoh you dah masuk Petrofac, it's okay if you join a SME. Sebab SME tu tempat yang you belajar paling banyak actually. Okay. Yes.
Nadia, thank you. Panjang jawapan dia. Nevin, thank you so much. Okay. Before we go to next questions, kita macam biasalah dalam OGM kita ada setiap bulan kita cuba nak adakan satu event ataupun training session. So dalam Disember ni boleh nampak tak kita ada seminar kerjaya mega oil and gas bertarikh 17 Disember dari jam 9 pagi sampai 5 petang. Okay, so banyak kita punya speakers yang kita jemput, antaranya adalah Director of Reservoir Link, TS Anwaruddin Saidu. Ini biasa kalau siapa pergi LinkedIn memang biasalah jumpa dia ni. Dia sangat aktif. Lepas tu kita ada juga daripada Pak Tam. Pak Tam ni dia akan bagi tahu rahsia recruiter HR oil and gas. Okay. Maksud dia apa yang recruiter cari dalam fresh graduates ataupun dalam kalangan kita. Okay. Apa resume yang terbaik bagi dia. Yang dia boleh consider supaya panggil interview. Dan dia juga akan ajar tips interview. Lepas tu kita ada juga wanita dalam oil and gas seperti Fazilah Zulkifli, ex-engineer Schlumberger, and Nomalia Siddiq. Ini siapa yang tahu kenal dia ni? Dia ni memang famous lah yang kat KLCC yang duk panjat-panjat macam Spider Woman tu. Dia ni Nomalia Siddiq. So sangat-sangat interaktif. Kita jumpa juga dengan panelis kita Ahmad Asnawi. Ini siapa yang join TikTok selalu. Dia selalu bercerita mengenai kejaya dalam kejaya kapal, kejaya oil and gas, apa yang dia tak suka tentang fresh graduates, apa yang patut kita improve. Okay. Lepas tu kita ada lecturer daripada UKM juga. Okay. Ini bercerita mengenai hala 7. Right. So dalam ni kita buat package. Ini yang kita ni Jalan Tikus Kejaya Oil and Gas. Tak sempat tukar gambar lagi. Okay. So ini bahasa recruiter oil and gas. Ini yang saya share tadi lah. So banyak, satu hari tu memang penuh dengan ilmu. And yang paling best adalah Q&A session lah. Maksudnya contoh dia kalau macam contoh TS Anwaruddin ni dia memang open sessions. You boleh tanya banyak betul soalan tentang ni. And paling penting adalah ini adalah salah satu platform, networking platform untuk you. Peluang untuk you connect with oil and gas punya players. Okay. So banyak sertifikat pun ada. Walaupun join seminar kita ada cert, bolehlah masuk dalam kita punya LinkedIn. Alright, so ini package dia masih lagi berharga RM49. Sempena Cyber Monday. So kita ada 8 hours live sessions. So, thank you siapa yang dah join and register. Okay. So training certificate pun ada. Ini untuk package Bravo kita ada 149. So kita ada recorded training for unlimited replays. Siapa yang tak sempat nak join. And kita ada ebook. And kita akan ada juga untuk package Charlie. Ini yang paling premium lah. Sebab apa? Sebab kita dapat ebook. Okay. So untuk malam ni sahaja boleh register untuk dapatkan slot anda. Okay. Slot sangat terhad. Siapa yang kita tak boleh nak letak banyak participants untuk kali ini sebabnya kita nak fokus on engagement between audience and kita punya speakers. Okay. Alright. Okay. So kita beralih kepada Nabila. Nabila tadi, Nabila Suhaimi boleh unmute lepas tu tanyakan soalan.
Hai, boleh dengar ke?
Boleh.
Boleh.
Hi Mr. Naveen and Encik Fazrul. Okay, actually I'm not a fresh graduate. I'm currently in construction industry for 6 years as a KQC executive.
Okay.
My question is whether I nak tanya if I want to change my career path to oil and gas, is it I layak ke untuk join as a oil and gas in oil and gas industry, since in my resume, kalau I punya resume, since I punya experience is mostly on my experience in constructions. So I'm thinking to change my career path to procurement. Is it possible?
Yes, definitely, Nabila. It's very easy. Tadi sebelum ni the case was procurement to engineering. Yang tu tricky sikit sebab dia kena start fresh. But now you are reversing, from technical to more to management. So it's actually no issue at all. Procurement is very straightforward, easy to learn, and experience pun is very very challenging, very exciting. So dia ada banyak cabang juga dalam procurement. You can become an expediter, a buyer, and so forth lah. So dia punya connections pun banyak. You will get to know a lot of vendors, suppliers, and it's very very exciting actually. Tak ada masalah, you can join.
Okay. Since before, actually Mr. Fazrul, I have joined your career seminar Kejaya Tikus yang 1.0 kot, yang pertama tu. And I want to know further tips on how to upgrade my resume, sebab what I learned on my first seminar, dia cakap kalau kita nak change our career, mesti kita kena ada insertkan something yang macam related to the job that we are apply.
Betul.
Position. Dengan
Tak apa dengar. Nabila, okey. Nabila, awak construction tadi berapa tahun
tahun ni 6 tahun.
6 tahun So you nak convert as a project engineer tapi kat tempat oil and gas industry, betul?
Saya nak convert daripada QAQCZ kepada oil and gas industry.
Oil and gas industry. JGC tadi nama penuh dia apa?
Apa tu?
Position awak kat construction sekarang ni apa?
QAQC.
QAQC, okey. Sekali lagi saya nak test awak. 5 company QAQC oil and gas.
Saya tak tahu lah cik. Sebab saya tak fokus untuk masuk kepada oil and gas QAQC. Saya macam nak try procurement.
Procurement dalam oil and gas? Okay, 5 company procurement yang ada procurement position dalam oil and gas.
Yang saya baru survey Sapura. Lepas tu apa lagi? Yang tu je lah saya baru survey. Sebab hari tu saya macam, saya ada lagi give up sekejap. Lepas tu saya macam stop terus. So sekarang saya baru nak start balik
Betul. Itulah. Ini pun masalah dengan tadilah sebenarnya yang saya nampak. Dia punya analogi senang tau dalam benda ni, okey. Analogi dia, kita bawa kereta, okey, kita nak bawa kereta semua ni. Kereta kita dah cantik, kita dah servis, kita dah tip top, kita punya apa tu nama, kita punya steering dah servis, dah cantik lah, memang boleh jalan tip top. Tapi kita lupa yang kita ni kat negara asing, yang kita tak ada waste. Kita tak ada waste, kita tak install waste, kita tak ada apa-apa. So kita tak ada direction ni. Kita tak ada direction. Okay, betul kereta tu dah ada, tapi kita lupa yang kita ni kat negara asing yang mana sepatutnya kita kena ada waste. Kan, sepatutnya untuk tunjuk direction yang mana kita nak pergi. Ini adalah satu analogi sama dengan tadi Nabila and tadi siapa nama? Lupa. Okay, yang mana semua you perfect. Knowledge you ada, pengalaman you ada, skill you ada, desire ataupun dreams ataupun efforts yang mana kita ada prepare resume, kita ada certificates. Tapi kita dah ada all in package. Tapi macam mana kita nak bawa package ni pergi ke tempat yang kita nak ni? Sebab tu saya ni sangat utamakan kita patut tahu company-company oil and gas. Sebab tu dalam OGM, Nabila, awak pernah dapat tak 100 company oil and gas dalam Malaysia? Kita pernah share, percuma je e-book tu.
Ada, saya ada print.
Okey, awak print tu, awak tengok semua tu, tapi masalah dia itu kita tak categorize tau, based on contractor company. Okey, ini mechanical punya services company. Kita tak ada. You kena buat research sendiri. Okey? Boleh Nabila? Kita support you. Apa-apa you just boleh share ke admin. Luahan. Sebab saya nak kamu semua luahkan perasaan. Nak tahu masalah. Saya nak tahu masalah. Sebab kita nak selesaikan masalah kat sini. Okay? Alright. Nabila boleh Boleh dapat
Boleh. Terima kasih tuan. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Jafni boleh unmute?
Alright. Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Good evening. I'm Jafni. So my question is, for an entry-level position in oil and gas company or any company really, but since today is about oil and gas, so for entry-level position in oil and gas company, I think they usually look at our first degree, which is our bachelor's degree. So for someone who has a master's degree, how can he or she anchor on that master's degree to apply for an entry level position? Because, like I said, they all look at our first degree. So how can this person actually make or highlight their master's degree to pop up and then have sort of an advantage in applying for a job.
Okay. The question is for me or Mr. Fazrul?
Hopefully,
Any really. Yep.
Nevin, can
Okay. So in my opinion, you took your master's straight away, is it? After
Yeah, this person I'm asking for is actually taking a master's now, directly after first degree. Yep.
Okay, and you're expecting to use the masters as a supporting element for your job, or is any job will do?
A bit of
Because you-
both actually, because
Okay.
the master's degree is actually in renewable energy, which is a big thing in energy firm now. So what this person is trying to do is basically trying to sell that master's degree, that it could actually contribute or benefit the company. So how can the person do that?
Okay, so there are actually two ways to look at it, in my opinion. First thing is, majority of the companies, they won't want to look at your masters at this entry level.
Yep.
Okay, it's a good thing you have masters. Probably these masters will actually help you along the way. As you develop your skills, your experience, the masters will come in handy later. Okay. On another side, if you see consultants, we have also oil and gas consultants, where they give expert opinions or expert advice. They do research for oil and gas companies. So these kind of people, they will appreciate your masters better because you have done research on renewable energy or some related to sustainability or renewable energy. So this kind of degree, master's degree, will actually be added value for this kind of companies. So you need to know what kind of companies you're looking at. If general companies, engineering companies, EPCC companies, they want experience, where in this case it's zero. So you need to start from scratch. So use your degree to apply. Masters will be added advantage as you go along career. Another side is you join consultants or expert companies. So these guys will train you how to do research, market research in oil and gas. So that's where it will add value for you, this degree, master's degree. Does that answer it?
Yeah, understand.
Yeah.
Clear.
Okay, so last question for tonight. I hope
Thank you
Ahmad
very much.
Kamal for boleh unmute. This is last question. Minta maaf Nevin, kita extend sedikit masa.
No problem.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Sir, saya nak tanya. Saya saya fresh graduate dalam bidang engineering. Tapi saya ada pengalaman kerja tapi tak lama, dalam masa 3 bulan dalam bidang solar, iaitu site engineer. So saya nak tanya, adakah peluang untuk saya masuk ke oil and gas tapi saya bidang solar?
Belajar apa tadi? Chemical?
Belajar dalam bidang electrical engineering.
Oh, electrical, and you work in a solar company lah.
Ya, betul. Tapi saya solar dalam macam untuk charging kereta.
EVs
ya.
I see. Okay, actually tak ada masalah because you have studied electrical. You have experience in EV. So sebab tu masa saya cakap tadi, oil and gas companies ni, they are moving towards energy providers instead of calling themselves petroleum companies or oil and gas companies. Dia dah berubah tau konsep oil and gas tu. So like even Petronas, they have their own division of EV studies. So you boleh explore that division. Contoh lah saya bagi So kalau you tak nak buat that one, you nak pergi offshore juga, you ada electrical background. So this knowledge pun boleh tolong you dalam oil and gas offshore. So tak ada masalah, you have semua peluang untuk masuk oil and gas.
Okay, thank you sir.
Yep, sure, welcome.
Okay, so with the end of the answer questions from tuan tadi, I'm so sorry tak dapat nak jawab semua soalan. And I'm so sorry juga untuk Tuan Navin kita malam ni kita extend janji sampai pukul 10 je. So dia mesti ingat OGM ni scam dia. Okay. Okay, on behalf of GF, I would like to say thank you again for your time, for your knowledge, especially this is a good engagement sebenarnya. But when we engage or we organize this platform, kita banyak jumpa banyak masalah sebenarnya yang mana to me kita boleh selesaikan sebab yalah we are the experienced one, right? We try to solve that solutions. Give them solutions, right, Navin? Right,
Yeah.
that's all for me. Okay, apa-apa yang salah saya minta maaf, apa-apa yang kurang OGM kurang saya minta maaf. Support kita untuk 17 Disember ni insya-Allah. Alright? Okay, selamat malam semua.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Inches.
Terima kasih.
Weekly podcast Quizlet ranking kita ada Syakira, Anan and Haziq. Nanti minta claim Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a good night. Bye.